This is lesson 45, naming lines and segments, part 2. So just a quick reminder, a line looks like this and goes forever and ever and always, hence the arrows on both sides, and a segment is this. It is a piece of a line. It is where both sides of the line or a piece of it has been cut and you have taken the piece out, and so you have a segment of a line. Line, segment, line, segment. Now, when we are looking at lines and segments and we're classifying them, we can do this in a couple of ways. So if I have I'd like to point out that these do not make a segment. These are showing 2 points in the line. Okay, so because those 2 arrows are there, this is still a line. These are just showing points in the line. So this line can be referred to as 2 things. This can be line AB or it can be line BA. How we write that is we'll say AB. So it's a line AB or it is line BA. Either way you write it is correct, but you have to have the 2 pieces. You have to have the line and you have to have the letters. So that is line AB or line BA. That is the abbreviated way you would write this. How you would write a segment. Okay, so here's segment. And in the segment, there is point R to point S. Okay, now same thing as the line. This can be segment RS or this can be segment SR. It just depends on how you want to look at it. So let's start with RS. And for a segment, I just do that on top. And for SR, it's the same thing, just a line on top. Okay, so again, the big difference here is those arrows. If you don't have those arrows, I assume you're just saying a segment. So this is line AB, line BA, segment RS, segment SR. Okay, those are the abbreviated forms for how to write the different lines and segments. Now, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at a shape. So here's our triangle. It is a right angle triangle. And it has some points. This has point P, this is point R, and this is point S. Okay, now the question is, which segment in this triangle are perpendicular? So segments that are perpendicular, okay, which means pieces of a line. Now remember, there's no arrows at the end of all of these, which means all of these are segments. There's 3 segments here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3. 3 segments. Okay, so the first thing you have to remember is what perpendicular is. Perpendicular is 2 lines that meet at a right angle. And hey, look at this. We have a right angle. So the 2 segments or line segments that meet at a right angle, here being the right angle, is P to R and R to S. Now again, you can do it an opposite way if you'd like, as long as you have those letters in it. So this would be segment PR and segment RS. Now remember, you could again say this as SR and RP if you would like to, as long as you have those 3 in that order where you're going either S to R or R to P. Okay, you do not include P to S because this is not perpendicular to anything. So PR segment and RS segment are perpendicular to each other because they both meet. There's P to R, there's R to S at a right angle. Okay, we're going to do one more. If I have a shape, and I'm sorry for my bad drawing skills. Okay, now this is a rectangular prism. We have E, A, H is this one in here, D, C, G, B, and F. Okay, so you have to imagine that you could pick this up and turn it around. Okay, these are all the different vertices or corners. Okay, all of them have been labeled. Now, your question is, name a pair of segments that appear to be parallel to segment AB. Okay, name a pair of segments that appear to be parallel to AB. So first we need to do is we need to find out where AB is. Okay, well, there's A. Okay, or sorry, I put B in the wrong place. There's B. Okay, A, B. This is B, AB. Okay, that is segment AB. So I need something that is parallel to AB. Okay, now remember, parallel means equal distances apart on all ends. Okay, so no matter where you look at it, it is equal distances apart. So this is AB. That's one we're looking at. We need to find the one that's parallel to it. So taking a look at our shape, we have a couple of options actually. We can have segment DC, or we could also do segment HG. I'm sorry for my bad drawing. Or we could do segment EF. Okay, all of these are options on what could be parallel. Because again, if you're looking at this shape, and actually I can use my eraser for this, okay? If this is AB, this line down here, DC, is parallel. This line over here, EF, is parallel. And the one we can't see down here, the H to G, that is also parallel to here because they are all equal distances apart, okay, from AB. Okay, this line, because it's nice and straight, the entirety of it is parallel to the entirety of AB. This one parallel, this one parallel. If you need a reminder on what parallel and perpendicular mean, go back and look at the previous lessons that covered those. So that is lesson 45, naming lines and segments, part 2 for lesson 45, Saxon 4.